It's almost here. Soon, we will witness the first full moon of 2025. What most people don't know is that they're about to fall into a spiritual trap. The full moon tomorrow isn't just another celestial event, and if you're not prepared, it could have consequences. This isn't the time to blindly dive into rituals or meditations just because everyone else is doing it. And here's the twist. This full moon is merging with the energy of the 111 portal that peaked just yesterday. That portal hasn't closed, and it's amplifying everything. Your emotions, your intuition, even the energy of the people around you. It's like turning up the spiritual volume to maximum. This full moon could be chaotic if handled without care, especially if you're spiritually attuned. The truth is, not everyone is ready for this intensity. If you're not grounded or prepared, tapping into this energy could actually backfire, bringing confusion or even misalignment instead of clarity. It's crucial for you to be aware of what not to do during this full moon tomorrow. The question is, are you ready to face it? Before you light that candle and set your intentions for the full moon, stop. The energy swirling right now is a powerful amplifier. It means that fire will take your intentions and magnify them for better or worse. Here's the problem. If you're holding unresolved anger, chaotic emotions, or even doubts, lighting a candle could unintentionally summon more of that energy into your life. Fire listens to your heart, not your words. You can say the most positive affirmations, but if your spirit isn't aligned, that flame might pull in exactly what you're trying to avoid. Before you strike that match, cleanse yourself and your space. Use the power of your breath to release negativity in your mind. Your energy is the wick. The flame will only follow. Take a moment to sit with your intentions. Feel them in your body. Because once that flame burns, there's no turning back. Candles are tools of transformation, but only when the person holding them is clear and grounded. Mirrors. They're everywhere in our homes, part of our everyday lives. But tomorrow, be careful. The full moon's energy is a magnifier, and mirrors are already powerful spiritual tools. Together, they create a potent combination that goes beyond the physical. Mirrors during a full moon phase can act as portals, reflecting more than just your surface self. They reflect your energy, your light, and your shadow. Staring into a mirror for too long tomorrow might feel strange. Some say it feels like your reflection isn't quite your own, like it's watching you back. And while this might sound eerie, it's not about fear. It's about understanding. Mirrors hold truths you may not be ready to face. I'm not saying you need to cover your mirrors or avoid them completely. Look at yourself. Brush your hair. Go about your night. But don't linger. Don't lose yourself in the reflection. Because the longer you stare, the more likely you are to invite energies that thrive on the heightened veil of the full moon. Instead, focus inward. The moon is already a cosmic mirror. It's reflecting enough of your inner world. Use tomorrow to connect with yourself directly without the distraction of glass and silver. What you seek in the mirror can only be found within. Tonight and tomorrow, as the full moon looms above, don't be surprised if your dreams become vivid, wild, and even disturbing. The moon speaks to your subconscious in whispers, but tonight, it's shouting. The full moon acts as a mirror, reflecting not just your light, but also your shadows. This means your dreams might feel more intense, but be careful. Not everything you see in those dreams is truth. Sometimes they're distorted reflections of your fears, unresolved traumas, or even the chaotic energies around you. If you wake up shaken by a dream, don't panic. Not every dream is a prophecy, some are just echoes. These amplified subconscious messages are your mind's way of processing the heightened energy. But they're not always literal. The best way to handle this is to write your dreams down as soon as you wake up. Journaling helps you unpack the symbols, the emotions, and the energy behind them. Look for patterns. What feels meaningful? What feels like noise? And here's the most important part: don't act on every dream. Your dreams tonight are the moon's riddles, not its answers. Reflect, journal, and let the energy settle before you make any major decisions or assumptions. The truth will always rise to the surface, just like the moonlight breaking through the clouds. Your intuition is never louder than during a full moon. It's like an internal compass, pulling you toward truths you might otherwise overlook. And tomorrow? This isn't the night to dismiss that nagging feeling, that subtle tug in your gut, or the sudden insight that seems to come out of nowhere. Under the moon's glow, your intuitive abilities are heightened. You might notice strange synchronicities, numbers repeating, familiar faces crossing your path, or even dreams that seem too vivid to ignore. But here's the thing: ignoring these nudges, brushing off your intuition as just a coincidence, could cost you. You might miss an opportunity for clarity, healing, or even avoiding a mistake. The universe doesn't shout, it whispers. Pay attention to the quiet nudges before they become lessons you can't ignore. The full moon is here to guide you, but only if you're willing to trust your inner voice. The full moon doesn't come to be ignored, yet that's exactly what many of us will be tempted to do. Numb ourselves, distract ourselves, and escape. But let me tell you this: tomorrow isn't the night to hide from yourself. We all have our escapes, don't we? Binging that comfort show, scrolling endlessly on social media, or losing ourselves in whatever numbs the world. And while some indulgence is fine, the danger lies in going too far. Overindulgence under the full moon's energy doesn't just distract you, it blocks you. This is a time of heightened awareness. Don't dull your senses tomorrow. The full moon is transformative. It's a time to feel everything fully: the good, the bad, the overwhelming. Escaping too much can cut you off from the lessons, the clarity, and even the healing the moon's energy brings. Now, I'm not saying you have to sit in a dark room meditating all night. Watch your favorite show, listen to music if that's your thing, but stay conscious. Don't let the pull of escapism drown out your connection to the present moment. Tomorrow is a chance to face yourself, to truly connect. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? Why do I feel the need to distract myself? Sometimes the most powerful transformations happen when we simply allow ourselves to feel. The moon is here to illuminate your path. Don't hide from its light. Let yourself be present tomorrow. Face what comes up. You might just be surprised by what you find. Have you ever felt like something or someone was watching you during a full moon? That eerie sensation you can't quite shake? You're not imagining it. During full moons, spiritual sensitivity skyrockets. You might be picking up on leftover energy from others, or even spiritual presences that seem closer than usual. This isn't about ghosts or horror. It's about the veil between worlds being thinner. You're tuned into vibrations that are normally hidden. Here's the key: don't fear it. Fear creates resistance, and resistance only amplifies what you're already feeling. You don't have to embrace it either. Just recognize it for what it is, a natural part of the heightened energy this full moon brings. If you've been feeling uneasy or like the shadows are watching, know this: it's not here to harm you. It's just a reflection of how much energy is swirling around. Breathe, ground yourself, and let it pass like a cloud moving across the moonlit sky. Doors can be irresistible. The urge to open them, whether out of curiosity, nostalgia, or longing, can feel almost magnetic under the full moon's energy. But let me be clear, not every door is meant to be opened tomorrow. Some doors lead to light, but others, they unleash chaos. This isn't just about physical doors. It's about the metaphorical ones too. The doors to your past, to unresolved situations, or even to people who no longer serve your highest good, or re-engage with a habit that drained you in the past. The full moon has a way of making these old ties feel alive again, even when they've long been closed. Why does this happen? Because the full moon's energy amplifies emotions and memories, bringing unresolved issues to the surface. You might feel an overwhelming sense of nostalgia, a desire to just check in, or even a strange pull towards something you'd sworn to leave behind. But before you act, stop and ask yourself, what's really on the other side of that door? Because here's the truth: what you think you're opening could be a trap. The ex who promises closure might bring more heartbreak. That old habit you think you've tamed could spiral out of control. And that seemingly innocent action, it might invite negativity you're not prepared to deal with. The full moon doesn't just illuminate the present, it brings shadows from the past to life. Be careful what you invite back in. This doesn't mean you need to live in fear. It's about discernment. Take a moment tomorrow to sit with your feelings. Why do you want to revisit this? Are you looking for healing, or are you trying to fill a void? The energy you invite into your life tomorrow, whether it's from people, habits, or even thoughts, will linger, often much longer than you anticipate. And remember this: not every invitation needs a response. Not every door needs to be opened. By choosing which doors to leave shut, you're not just protecting your energy, you're making space for the right opportunities to find you. The moon's energy is powerful, but so are you. Use that power wisely. Full moons amplify everything: your energy, your emotions, and especially your thoughts. Tomorrow, the moon acts like a giant cosmic mirror, reflecting what's already inside you. But here's the catch: it doesn't distinguish between light and shadow. A fleeting negative thought tomorrow can become an overwhelming echo if you let it. You might feel it creeping in already. Maybe it's a moment of self-doubt, a replay of something someone said weeks ago, or a lingering fear about the future. Under the full moon, these whispers in your mind don't stay whispers. They grow louder, demanding your attention, pulling you into their gravity. And here's where the danger lies. The full moon doesn't just highlight these thoughts, it magnifies their ripple effect. A single moment of frustration can snowball into an entire night of feeling off balance. A fleeting insecurity can spiral into hours of second-guessing yourself. It's as though the moon says, "You want to focus on this? Let's amplify it tenfold." But you're not powerless. The moon's energy is neutral. It reflects what you feed it. Negative thoughts only spiral if you give them permission. So, stop. Pause. Ask yourself, is this thought useful? Is it true? Is it something I want to magnify? You can't stop a negative thought from showing up, but you can choose not to invite it in for tea. Tomorrow, more than ever, mindfulness is your superpower. Light a candle, if it feels right, and set an intention to focus on the positive. Tomorrow, You're the master of your mind. The moon is here to remind you of your power. Let it guide you, not consume you. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.